AIDS stands for Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome. It's also called Advanced HIV Infection or Late Stage HIV. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. HIV is a virus that attacks cells in the immune system, the body's natural defense against illness. This virus destroys a type of white blood cells in the immune system called T helper cell or CD4 cells. It gradually weakens a person's immune system. India has the third largest HIV epidemic with 2.35 million people living with HIV. Of this, 1.345 million are receiving ART. There were 69,220 new HIV infections and 58,960 AIDS related deaths reported in India in 2019. India's HIV epidemic is driven by sexual transmission. The three states with the highest HIV prevalence are Manipur, Mizoram, and Nagaland, and are in the east of the country. India's HIV epidemic is slowing down. Between 2010 and 2017, new infections declined by 27% and AIDS related deaths more than halved, falling by 56%. World AIDS Day is celebrated every year on December 1st, not only to spread awareness about the disease, but also to remind the people and the governments that HIV has not gone away. People with HIV can enjoy a long and healthy life by taking antiretroviral treatment, that is ART. India, with other nations globally, have promised to end AIDS by 2030. We at MediCircle are conducting World AIDS Day awareness series to educate people about AIDS and its preventive measures from eminent expert doctors and medical professionals. Hello, I'm Aprajita Mehra, and today our guest for the talk is Dr. Mitesh Suthar. Dr. Mitesh Suthar is HIV and infectious disease physician practicing in this field since 9 years at Shlok Infectious Disease Clinic, Navrangpura, and is also a visiting consultant at various corporate hospitals of Ahmedabad. He has completed his MBBS and MD medicine from MP Shah Medical College, Jamnagar, Fellowship of National Board in Infectious Diseases from Hinduja Hospital, Mumbai, and also observership in infectious diseases from Detroit Medical Center, USA. It is our privilege to welcome him today on Dr. Speak. Welcome to MediCircle, Dr. Mitesh Suthar. How are you,
Yeah,
sir?
yes, fine. Thank you for this nice introduction.
So, quickly moving to my first question, sir. My question would be, what are the symptoms of AIDS?
See, any person who are having a HIV infection, ultimately it progress to AIDS. So, when CD4 count usually reach to less than 400 or less than 500, and gradually, slowly it's come to less than 250. It is called the AIDS. So, person with the AIDS having advanced immunodeficiency. So more likely, patients presented with the AIDS having a fever, anorexia, weight loss, diarrhea, cough, expectoration, other infection like tuberculosis, with skin problem, skin itching, blackening, darkening of the skin, and recurrent oral ulcer, mouth ulcers. So these are the common presentation of the AIDS. Many patients presented with the headache also. And later on, they turned out to be a cryptococcal fungal infection in their brain. So these are the very few common presentation of the AIDS. But ultimately, it represent the underlying infections because of his very weaker immune system.
All right, yes, doctor. We have normally heard that patients suffering from AIDS are prone to low immunity. So, which are
Yes.
the other kind of infections are they susceptible to?
First of all, especially when patient with the HIV infections, once CD4 goes down less than 500, they are more prone to vulnerable to tuberculosis. And the main presentation is pulmonary tuberculosis. And other presentation like abdominal tuberculosis, tuberculosis of the brain, it is called TB meningitis. And once their CD4 gradually goes down, they develop infections like fungal infection of the lung, like the PCP, that is called the pneumocystic zero-vacuum pneumonia. Even they are more prone to develop diarrhea, recurrent diarrhea, frequent diarrhea, uh, sometimes diarrhea. They are not responding with the basic antibiotics, and there are also high chance of development of cancers like lymphoma, human papilloma virus infections, secondary after warts, and also they are more prone to develop cytomegalovirus infections, especially when CD4 less than 100, and other infections like skin infections. They are like tinea infections, tinea cruris. Especially these patients are more vulnerable to infections as well as cancers.
All right. There seem to be quite some problems there. Sir, in the beginning of, in the beginning of the interview, in the first answer, you mentioned something about CD4 count. So my next
Yeah.
question is just a follow-up of that. Why is CD4 count so important in the diagnosis of AIDS and how it can be improved with medications? Kindly elaborate on that, please.
Yeah. So at the time of presentation of the patients who is reactive for HIV, CD4 count and HIV viral load is always very important. So with help of CD4 count, we are able to judge the level of disease, so level of the progression of infections. And with help of CD4 count, we can uh, define the stage of the patients of illness, whether it is stage 1 or stage 2, stage 3 or stage 4. And see, WHO already given the criteria of WHO stage 1, WHO stage 2, WHO stage 3, and WHO stage 4 as according to patients person CD4 count.
Right.
CD4 count are very, very important, especially once patients have CD4 count less than 100, because once CD4 count less than 100, they are more prone to develop cytomegalovirus retinitis. That is very, 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 very very critical infections of the eyes. In those conditions, we need to check his retinal examination, ophthalmic examination, to rule out the cytomegalovirus retinitis. If it was not, means it is not done at the time of starting ART, then after starting ART, there are high chance of development of CMV iris, and after starting of antiretroviral therapy, near about 2 to 3 months, a person might become a blind, and it is a permanent blindness. So just CD4 count is very, very important to judge the opportunistic infections. Few patients already have harboring infections. So once at the time of diagnosis of HIV and CD4s are very low, CD4 count is very low, they are harboring infection, but they're not is manifesting. So there is like hidden infections, like some cryptococcal fungus already presence in their fluid of their brain. That is called the cerebrospinal fluid.
Yeah.
Toxoplasmos infections, that is usually occurred after contact with the cats. So that is a toxoplasma infections also present in their body, but that is hidden because of the low CD4 count. Body is not responding with that infection, so they are not symptomatic for that infections. But after starting off this antiretroviral therapy, with antiretroviral therapy, we are rising the CD4 count, and this CD4 count fighting with these infections. So first of all, before starting antiretroviral therapy, we have to clear this hidden infections. So first of all, we have to find the infection from the body, and if a person is found to be positive for those infections, then first of all we have to treat with concerned medicine. Like suppose a cryptococcal meningitis is treated with the amphotericin injection for 15 days. Suppose a patient having CMV retinitis already is there, by ophthalmologic examination, then we have to treat with the LT viral valganciclovir. And after completion of therapy of these these opportunistic infections, we can start antiretroviral therapy. If person having CD4 count is more than 500 or more than 400 or then more than 250, then we can definitely just after simple X-ray chest examination and sonography of abdomen examination to rule out the tuberculosis, we can start the ART. Sometimes if CD4 count is less than 250, then those patients need to start anti-PCP prophylactic therapy. That is called the PCP, pneumocystis zero-waki pneumonia infection prevention. So that is very, very important medicine. Just just one medicine, one tablet supposed to take daily. If person having CD4 count is less than 250. So there is a CD4 count is very, very important to prevent the opportunistic infections and as well as to rule out the hidden infections like hidden opportunistic infection in HIV positive individual.
Sir, are those treatments that we have just used for the improvement of CD4 count, are those
Yes.
the same kind of treatment for AIDS? Or are there any
Yes.
other specific treatment for AIDS?
No, any person who having just HIV positive only or CD4 count is less than 200. So in those situations, definitely treatment is antiretroviral therapy, and we are supposed to start antiretroviral therapy as early as possible, and that should be remain lifelong. So lifetime antiretroviral therapy, and that should be taken very, very religiously and without missing the single dose. Person are supposed to take this medicine very, very regularly as per advice by their physician,
Right.
and he needs to monitor the CD4 count and HIV viral load also after 3 months of antiretroviral therapy, and later on they can monitor it every 6 monthly. But antiretroviral therapy is only a drug that can control the HIV virus, and after control of HIV virus, gradually person CD4 gradually on the rising trend. And once a CD4 count is more than 500, person is called definitely it's a
Yeah,
well
it's an
controlled immune
established
system.
fact that they become AIDS
Yeah.
patient. Before we let you go, doctor, I hope you have something to say to our audience also, who all are listening to us on Media Circle right now. So please go ahead.
See, my one of most important message to individual who are living with HIV infections. HIV is a very, very easy to manage the infections, and it is very easy to control. See, right now we don't have any medicine that can cure the HIV virus completely from the body. But right now we have very, very safe antiretroviral therapy are available, which is having very, very minimal side effect or no side effect. And that person can take very regularly without fail or without missing the dose. And he can have his normal life like a normal individual without HIV infection. So just a person who is taking the antiretroviral therapy, that should he should supposed to take this medicine very, very regularly, and with help of medicine they can have no very normal healthy life without any illness. Okay.
Thank you so much, doctor. That was an amazing, very positive thought for all our listeners. And if at all they are suffering from HIV or AIDS, then there is still hope for you. You can have a good quality, life ahead of you with these kind of treatments, but you just need to seek a professional help. Go seek a doctor. There is no stigma attached to AIDS patients anymore. All right. Thank you so much for coming on our show, doctor, and sharing your
Yeah.
valuable time and insights with us here at MediCircle. It was really a pleasure having you on this show today. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have been very
Yeah.
informative.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.